the money flow. It's the flow of the market. And much like the ocean, money flows in and money flows out. And at times, it can seem like chaos. But out of that chaos, what if you could see? There's an old saying, it's hard to see the forest from the trees. Meaning we have to get above the treetop to see the big picture. And seeing the big picture is what the money flow trading system is all about.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Yes. All right, man. We have stage 4 declines across the board. It looks like the 200 days in effect. I don't see how it... Whoa! Sorry. I don't see how it couldn't be. This jump using different desks is getting fucking hard to do. That's the Dow Jones Industrial. We're at 35,373. Now, just so you know, go check what the Dow was when you were born. And then go check what the Dow was when your mama was born. And then go check what the Dow was when your granddaddy was born. And then if you got kids, go check and see what the Dow was when they were born. And let me know if you see a pattern. Now, nobody will tell you that on YouTube. They won't tell you to do that simple little history lesson. But do that and see what happens. And if you got more than one child, check the Dow at each one of them. Write it down. It's pretty interesting. Go do it. There's a website that'll tell you what the Dow was when you were born. Guess what? It goes higher. So this is what we need. We need a good sell-off. Price had pushed up to a new high. Now, it's too soon to buy here as far as the Dow itself, to buy the index. If we treat the index like a stock, what that tells us is there's still more room to the downside. So I really want to be very patient here what I purchase. I'm in no rush. It's not going to turn around and run without you. So there's no rush. So that's the Dow Jones. It's made up of 30 stocks. Very important. That's where we get the dogs of the Dow. Chapter 10 out of my free ebook. If you don't know what stocks to buy, start there. If you were going to buy this, you would buy the DIA, which is that's the diamonds, right? Well, let's say at some point, let's say you get really fired up about the market. It comes down. It gets down here in this extreme level, and then it starts to print sideways and gets above that 5-day. What could be an aggressive play that you could make? And there was a guy on yesterday and that said he was looking at buying call options on the S&P 500, and I was like, man, I don't think that's a good idea because I wrote a book saying that we're getting a sell signal. So if I told you to buy it, that'd be kind of stupid. So that I would wait. I'd wait for this to happen. Now, what he needs to happen is this to go extreme, but what if instead of buying call options, you just bought the UDOW? Now, here's the cool thing about buying a triple. Now, this is risky, okay? Don't do it today. But the UDOW runs 3 times what the Dow runs. Now, back it up. Let's back it up. If history... Now, the government will tell you past performance is not indicative of future results, right? But let's say it was. The problem with these, you could see how far it can fall. From $70 way down here. Why? This is a triple leveraged fund. You don't want to play these unless it's come down pretty good, okay? As a general rule. I do like to trade them, though, because they don't expire. So if you had call options over here on the S&P, on the Dow Jones, and it ran up, and then you got caught in them, and they collapsed, you lost all of your money in those call options. If you were holding this, you just waited. And then what? It just came back. That's what it happens. So, in my opinion, a risky yet safer way to play the fact that stocks tend to go up over time is triple and double leverage funds. Now, they still come with risk, but not the same risk that options come, which tend to go to zero. So something to keep in mind. Too soon now. This is stage 4 decline. This is day 1 of a stage 4. What's up, Brittany? Ben. Who else is in here? Jose, Edgar. We got a lot of regular people. QYLD's fine. It's always got to be one, guys. Got to give him something different than I said. But you play guitar, bro. So yeah. I mean, this is I don't know, man. Come on, man. Why we want to play this bullshit? This is a covered call ETF. I don't know, man. It don't do much for me, bro. I'd rather own the TQ, triple leveraged fund. I get it, though. I'm assuming they're writing covered calls. You get a little drip on that. I don't know. Maybe that's good. This is going to move 3 times. 3 times. Yeah, it's tax-free. So I'm sure you could make a case for that. I'm not big into... I don't know. I'm of the opinion covered calls work until you lose all your money, and then they don't work. It's like picking up pennies in front of a steamroller. I'd rather buy $67 and ride it to 80 or 90 if that's... God damn, what is this shit? So, yeah, I don't know. That was like some Greek terrorist thing right there. I think that's part of the Illuminati. I keep getting phone calls from the Illuminati, and I keep telling them, I don't want to join, dude. I'm already in a secret society. No, this ain't sideways, man. This is straight down. Now, we could start to say it's sideways in a minute, but not yet. This box is just too big right now. Now, it was bullish, and I would have said, it kind of got back up into this box up here. But you see how big this box is? That is not what we're looking for, man. That is not. This is too... See how wide this is going? This is a very wide box. We need this to narrow in. It's obviously not narrowing in, so we're headed straight down. So when in doubt, look at your moving averages. If you look at them, they're spreading apart. So I got a feeling the market's going lower. I think it's going lower. I wouldn't buy any stocks. What's up, Mike? Gang. I say I wouldn't buy any stocks, but at 10 o'clock today, I bought some CRM. Now, this is a buy and hold stock. I'm playing off this box holds And this is just a nibble. I literally bought one share. My position size is like 26, 27 shares. I started it last year. Last time it was down here. And I wrote it from literally like this price. What did I pay last year? We added this last year when it got smashed. And rode it all the way up into the 300s, trimmed a little, and now we've come back down. So now it's back on my buy list. So I just bought one share. Now, I may not do that again for weeks, maybe months. I don't know. My point is I just accumulate on this. This is a Dow Jones industrial stock. Plus, it's a tech stock. Plus, it's a kind of a growth play, even though it's a large cap. So it's had a lot of shit working against it, which is why we get this big down move. Now we're below the 200, RSI is extreme, putting in a box. That's what I'm looking for. Is that the bottom? I don't know. I mentioned in my text message to you guys in the Money Flow gang, that I mentioned, where is it at? I mentioned that this is a nice setup for a swing trade. The only problem is the wind is in your face, you know. So if we were in an uptrend in the tech market, I would like this as a swing trade, but we're not. So if you go to swing trading, means you're trying to catch short, quick moves. If the wind is against you, I mean, you got to ask yourself what catalyst would cause Salesforce to go up in the face of a market correction. Like, why is it going to go up if the market's correcting? Yeah, so somebody said ATV put some money in your pocket this morning. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm a little pissed too because we've talked about that on my live, that AVTI, and I didn't buy any. Well, I bought it. I have a tiny bit, but a good buddy of mine has it. And look, same thing. This is a dividend stock. It met all my criteria. There's 2 of them this year that I've let get away from me. The moment it went under this 200 and it's paying a dividend, it should catch your attention. There's a buy. That's a buy signal. And this is a buy signal. Now, if you're position trading, listen to what I'm saying. There's people who would say, yeah, fuck this. This guy's down. That sucks. Yeah, maybe right now. Maybe for these 3 months it's not working, but look now. Yeah, who's laughing now? Now, why did it go to this number and stop? Back to this is why you'll see sometimes I freak out on people when they're like about analysts and tip rank sucks and analysts. It's like, no, man, would you just start trading yesterday, sir? So watch. The people that cry about analysts don't understand what analysts do for a living. Analysts aren't picking stock. They're not traders. So when they say a stock is worth $88, they don't mean you're going to swing trade it or buy your options and it's going to go to $88. That's not what they're doing. They're analyzing the stock. So they have degrees in finance. They sit around. I know everybody thinks they're smarter than analysts and all analysts are dipshits and everybody's smarter than them. And, you know, I get it. But these guys actually went to school to study how to read cash flow and balance sheets, and Edward Wu here. All these guys have, and this guy, Matthew, I guarantee this guy's got an MBA in business, and he can read these. I'm sure this guy, look at Robert. Robert looks smart as hell. So Robert has a 21% average return. If you look over, you know, you're going to see what they think this stock is worth. So what this tip ranks gives us a chance to do is to get a consensus average. Doesn't mean it's right. It's an average. $88.13. Where did it stop? Oh my God. Very close to that. Why? Why is that where it stopped? This is so valuable, what I'm saying here. Like, it took me years to understand this. What I'm explaining to you right now took me years to understand. And I just hand it to people. I just save you years of your life. And you just take it for granted. Most people take this for granted. They just don't even understand how easy they got it. When you got someone just spelling it out like that. Why did it stop right there? Because that is the general consensus of the value of the company, man. So they're not going to pay up. If you're writing a check for the company, you're not going to overpay for the company. When that happens, they get cripped. Does that happen sometimes? Sure. But it stopped basically where it's worth. Same thing you saw with Taco. Same thing with Zynga. Zynga was actually a little under. So where would our target have been? Right there, right? If we were swing trading. So you'd be taking some off now. RSI is extreme. So this is a completed move. Is it going higher than this? No, probably not. That's literally the value of the company. So anybody buying it right now needs to have a reason to believe that it's worth more than it's worth. You get what I'm saying? So you would need a reason to think that it's worth more than it's worth. So where was our buy signals? Right here. So if you were position trading this, these are where you would have bought, right? Bam, bam, bam. Now, you'd have made a bunch of money here, right? That money makes up for the ones that aren't working the way they should, or it's taking time. And if you notice, maybe you'd have bought even over here because that was still undervalued a little, but not much. And so this trade took, look at all this time that it took. Took time. Took time. Driving through Huntsville now. Why are you doing that? Dash is coming down too. Yeah, man. I like Dell, but it don't matter. They're coming down. Dell's coming down. All these stocks are coming down, man. Not today. No, I hate Dell now that I say it to you. Look at it. It's a 66 RSI. What's to like about this? I liked it down here. So what is the value of Dell? I just ordered a Dell. Let's see. What is the value of Dell? So Dell's worth $63. Now, when you're looking at this chart, now again, this is something you're taking for granted, okay? A lot of people have pea brains, meaning they take a lot of things for granted. And what is it worth? $63. What's it trading at? 60. So I hate your stock, sir. Why? There's no value in it. Now, does that mean I would sell it? No. But I wouldn't buy it. There's no value here. Why do you think it's going to trade higher than the value of the company? Now, there could be a reason. You could be like, well, bro, they're coming out with a new super duper flux capacitor, whatever. And you really believe that may be the catalyst that does that. Some companies are catalyst companies. They're constantly coming out with new shit, new programs, new software, new this, new that. This is a hardware company. Unless they're going to reinvent the computer, I don't see much happening. But maybe they get upgrades. Maybe it keeps grinding higher. But if I was looking to lock money up in there, not at 66 RSI when it's $3 from true value. Oh, man, that's beautiful. So, but other than that, if I owned it, I would keep it. Now, what stock do I like better than Dell? Hanes brands. Look at that Hanes brands. Every day, I'm buying 10, 15 shares. Just day after day after day. And hopefully this zone, this $16 zone, will allow me to accumulate 1,000 shares over the next few months. This stock is way undervalued. It's probably worth $22, $23. A little big to be a buyout probably, but it's definitely undervalued, probably 30, 35%. Let's see. Changes periodically. Let's check it. 40%. So it's undervalued by 40%. They got a 23 target. So you see how I'm evaluating where do I want to put my money. Now, once it gets up here, doesn't necessarily mean I want to sell it. I just don't want to buy it. So I own rental properties that I don't want to sell, but I wouldn't pay the price they think it's worth. It's fucking ridiculous. It doesn't work. Get what I'm saying? So keep that in mind when you're evaluating stocks. What's up, Jessica? Let's see. Bros looks like a nice trade. Such a weird name. Dutch Bros. I see what you're looking at, man. I'm going to assume you're looking at this support zone here, right? And this is a new stock, so we don't have a lot of history to go on here. So, I mean, you know, it stopped here before. It's done it 3-4 times now. It's a new IPO. This is pretty damn sideways. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at you, but I mean, I'm not loving this. Let's see. I like to buy on below, I like to buy on extreme RSIs, man. All right. Well, that's the same stock. Come on. Come on, Gerald. Fat-fingered bastard. Let's see. $70, huh? All right, bro. You get a sticker. Who gets the sticker? Top 10 Hub. I like that. What a name. That is a name the girls can get behind. Let's see. We'll write that down. What was that other interesting one? We had one yesterday. Where was it? It was either LEV or YYS. I'll come back to it. So, Brittany says that Dutch Bros is popular in California. I'm going to be ignorant and tell you I don't even know what this thing does. I'm guessing it's a... Okay, is it a Starbucks play? Is it a coffee play? Is that what's up? Okay, that makes sense. Dutch. I'm thinking it's a bunch of like European bodybuilders. I don't know why that was in my head. Dutch Bros. I'm thinking like people from fucking... What is wrong with me? It's not even profitable, guys. That's okay, sir. It's okay not to be profitable. I know, like, yes, thank you, Angie. It was SSYS. Thank you. SSYS. We'll look at that, too. I get it. Kramer's been hyping this. If a stock's not profitable, you don't want to own it. That strategy worked really well for Amazon for the last 15 years. So for the last 15 years, if you didn't buy stocks that weren't profitable, you missed out on the greatest tech run ever in history. So be careful what advice you listen to. Don't buy stocks that aren't profitable. Well, you'd have never bought Tesla. Let's see. Netflix. Nope. You wouldn't have been in on that one. What about Disney when it was a growth? Nope. You wouldn't have got in on that one. Or Coca-Cola or fucking Exxon. Like all kinds of it. Like you realize at one time Exxon was a technology stock that was growing. You realize one time train stocks were technology stocks because there were no trains. Every stock that comes public, typically, not every, but a lot of them start off. The reason they're going public is they need money because what they're doing is too big a venture. You know, if you're gonna yell or lay digital fiber optic lines across all of America, you're not going to be profitable. You're going to be at a loss. So keep that in mind. We already played Zynga, sir. We took the money and left. You're behind. You should have already bought my book and been trading with me. You'd have done well in that trade, but you're late. Let's see. Corsair is not a ticker symbol, civilian. Wishing I bought a franchise. However, you must work for them 2 years to even be considered. Damn. That's rough. We don't need to cover AVTI. You should know what to do, girl. Damn, you're sitting on a 70-something RSI. You really need to know what to do? Got to come to your house and knock on the door? What is it? ATVI. I guess so. I guess we got to come to your house and knock on the door. Just so you know, this price is really high. This is the true value of the stock is where it opened. Now it's going down. I would be taking the gains and going. That's just me. This is a completed trade. Depends on if you were trading. Now, if you're a family shareholder, maybe you don't. But that means it's completed. One extreme to the next. That's what that means. One extreme to the next. It's over. The trade's over. Let's see. If you don't use ticker symbols, you're a civilian. Which means it's hard to understand what you're saying, sir. Let's see. Thoughts on... Yeah, we like PSF. None of those stocks are working right now, though. I've had several people ask me about... We can just rattle off these growth stocks there, but they're not going anywhere, guys. Let's see. The PSFE hold... I mean, it's holding. I like it. I would wait. But yeah, that was the one I was going to bring your attention to today. I want to bring your attention to a trade that could make you some money, that made us money last year. And it's better than all of your ideas because I came up with it. H&R Block. Ooh, somebody's already on it. Did somebody listen to my thoughts last night? The Illuminati. Now, it's not quite set up yet. But let's see. Jessica said, thank you for bringing order to the chaos of my mind. And it is a chaotic mind. I'm just kidding. $28. That's way above our target. So we know in the money flow that price has memory. So it's been right around in here a bunch of times. So, this is our zone as we wait for this to set up. I need a box. Unfortunately, we didn't quite get low here, so I'm going to wait a second. The market's still moving down. We're just now getting the tick on the histogram, and we're just now getting this set up. It is really close. So I'm start drawing my box. If I had some support over here, I might go ahead, and you could say that that is support. Yeah, maybe. Now, do we have a fundamental thesis? Well, tax time is coming. And I don't know if you're like me. I'm looking at right now a check in front of me. And what is it for? $18,743. That's what I'm sending the IRS for a quarterly check for this quarter. That's a lot of money. Think of all the Uber I could buy with that. It's a goddamn shame. So that's would be our target. H&R Block. So the chart isn't as pretty as it was last year, but I think it's worth keeping an eye on. It's a little undervalued, below the 200. It's tax time coming up. I think there could be a thesis for this trade. We had a very good run last time. The IRS owes you money. You need to make more, man. The goal is to owe the IRS money. Let's see. They owe you $11K, huh? How the hell did you overpay by $11K? Anyway, let's keep going. Let's check on oil. Whew, it just keeps going higher. My man said, what do you look at charts days? We're looking at a daily chart. In my opinion, it doesn't do you much good. Yeah, I will go to a weekly to look at support and resistance. That's about it. I don't, cash is trash. Yeah. What else we got here? So this is oil. Yeah, I just bought CRM today, or added to my position. Let's check Exxon. That's been straight up. I mean, I took some gains the other day, At this point, I'm just letting it run. I like the dividend. I really don't want to shave any more off, so we're just going to leave it be. Somebody keeps saying space. Why would you keep saying space? Space is going straight down, sir. Space may go bankrupt. Space is trading like it's going bankrupt. Hopefully that's not the case. That would suck. Chevron, excuse me. Straight up. AT&T. These are the only stocks working, man. For me. And if you're in Activision. Let's check Twitter. I don't think we need to. It's down. Yeah, it's down. I wouldn't add here. I know some people can't resist themselves. But I wouldn't add here. This is a stage 4 decline. It just keeps going lower. I'm in Twitter. I would wait. GP, your thoughts on the defense sector? LMT, RTN, NOC. Sure seems like a war is brewing in the future. Well, there's always a war brewing in the future. I'm in LMT. We added this to our buy and holds. If you remember, we added this back in November. This was last year. I added to the buy and hold. I added LMT toward the end of the year. Why? That was the day we added. Why? Blue chip stock got crushed, formed a box below the 200. That is what I look for. So in my buy and hold, that's what I'm looking for. So I started buying shares, and now we're way up here. Can I add here? Can't do it, sir. It's a completed trade. It went from a bottom low to a bottom high. Money flow says you can't buy. So we're late. The buys were here, right, on the breakouts. So we wait. What are the others in that space? NOC was mentioned. Same chart. Again, big sell-off, started going sideways. Now, it didn't have to go below the 200. It could stop at support, right? That's the money flow pattern, what you're looking at right here. And this shit gets so easy when you never think about selling and you're only thinking about buying, and you're looking to buy, as Chris Johnson has famously coined, get money, buy income. I don't know how I didn't think about that. I could have sued you, Chris, for using my phrase. But I didn't come up with it, so I can't. That's the money flow, man. Sideways, up, kind of. It didn't quite, put in a sideways. It got to moving straight down, right? Now we're back to sideways. Now what? Moving up. Now what? Sideways. Does that not look a lot like the come on. So sometimes they're picture perfect. Right there, man. Look at that. So if you're building buy and hold, man, and you just watch this pattern, all you're looking for is these stage ones inside of your portfolio, right? And then maybe, depending on your size, all right, let me get rid of this motherfucker. That lady's in the wrong live trying to find a sugar daddy or something, because I think most of these people are buying stocks, so they're probably not going to send you any money. Stage 3, you might trim a little and then look to put it back on stage 4. He said, yes, she is. That's odd. It's a wrong room for that, lady. We're trying to get money for buying stocks. Oh, man. That's not right. That girl's probably trying to work her way through college or something. We're being mean. That is not nice. Raytheon, I'm in that. RTX. Same things, run up. So I like your thesis, sir, but everything is just overpriced right now, so I can't get behind it. I'm in it. So, man, so is she. I'm in it. Let's see. And said, big tax bill. You need more real estate. Yeah, unfortunately, I made a lot of money this year that just cannot be tax sheltered. I mean, some of it can, but not enough. Yeah, so that's not a sector on sale. What about Walmart? Let's check retail. And Target. Now, Target is set up for a play, man. I would like to consider adding this to my buy and hold this year. I don't have a lot of money because I've been adding to CRM, and then the last week I was adding to HBI. But if I was looking to add some more retail to my holdings, I like Target here. Target is now pays a dividend. It's sitting at support. And maybe it's a little early today. I'm just saying, like, it's still pointing down, so we don't want to do it today. You want to see it drift and get above this 5-day if possible, okay? So let me show you what I mean. The 5-day moving average in my book, The Money Flow, we call it the trigger. You say trigger, meaning your finger pulls. You pull the trigger. So that was our lowest low. We want at least 4 days so we can start calling it a box. So anywhere right in there when price gets above that 5, that's a trigger. Bam, pulls. There's your trigger. Bam, pulls, okay? I talked about this on my story on February 11th and 12th. We're going to do some of this. I'm doing my podcast show that we're calling Life is a Trade. And the professor is going to be my first guest at my house. So it's one of my properties. It's my property in New Orleans. But I want an audience for filming this as I interview traders. And it's not just stock traders. Remember, I said life is a trade. You're trading in life all the time. But it's primarily targeted to traders, investors, and real estate entrepreneurs who trade. You may say, well, Gerald, I just buy and hold. Yeah, but you're making a trade in order to do that. You're trading your time, your money, your talent. So the idea is life is a trade. And we're going to film it there. And obviously people can come and watch. And we're going to have dinner. We're going to have drinks. And then we're going to do some whiteboarding. And on Friday night, now it's in the French Quarter. And then we're going to go to Bourbon Street and have a little after party. I only got 8 seats, so it costs money. Otherwise, I'd have 50 fucking people at my house. And I got to get rid of the riffraff. So what I'd like to do is we're going to do some of this on this whiteboard. Bring your computer. We can look at what you got going on. Bring your notebooks. Bring your debt. Let me see it. It's a good time to confess and get your shit right. So the professor will be there. He'll be doing some teaching. I'm going to do some teaching. We'll freestyle some of that. If nobody's there is interested in real estate, then day 2 I'll do something else. I was doing real estate on day 2. Again at my house. So be on the lookout. I'm going to drop that link tomorrow if you would like to be invited. If not, don't worry about it. I'll teach somebody else. But I'd rather sit down with you and look at your computer and we'll do it right here. It's not what does it cost. It's can you make the trade, sir? A lot of people can't make the trade. The cost is fucking invaluable. Because what I'm going to show you is how to trade the money flow. And one trade will more than cover it. So I like Target here. We're right at support. We're starting to move sideways. Your son took a hit today. Would love for it to go down some. What are we looking at? Added to Target. Okay, so let's get off Target. Let's look at BBY. Best Buy. Man, these retail stocks are set up to run, man. Look at Best Buy. Target, Best Buy. Best Buy is below the 200 too. What do the analysts think it's worth? 132. Moderate buy. What's our ETF on all these? Is it XLRE? No. What the hell is it? XL. What is the retail? Somebody remembers. Oh, Mike said he's going to be money flow security. I can't remember the goddamn. Let me see. My brain just went. No, XLP is not that. That's consumer staples. What the hell is the retail one? Not XLY. Could be XLY. XRT. That's what I was thinking of. Sorry about that. Slipping, man. XRT, Spider Retail ETF. If you notice, this chart looks very similar. Very similar to Walmart. Very similar to Best Buy. Very similar to Target. So if you didn't want to pick a company, but wanted to pick all the companies, this is your buy right here. XRT. Now, yes, inside of the XLY, that's discretionary. There's some retail. Inside of the XLP, that's consumer staples. There's some, no, we're not talking AMC. I'm trying to help you guys do some shit. They want to talk about AMC. We just not gonna let that stock go, are we? We're just gonna ride AMC to fucking zero. That's the plan, and then we'll turn it into an NFT and start it over at $1,000. That's the plan. We're gonna ride AMC to $1, and then we're gonna turn it into an NFT and make that bitch $1,000 and start it over. But I can't really tell you that, sir. This is kind of where I'm looking to buy. So if you were looking to sell, you kind of are doing it kind of backwards. Let's see what it's worth, though. I mean, I go to the movies a lot. Don't you guys? Let's see. Now, I know I'm crazy. Analysts, everybody's like, oh, analysts suck. All right. Well, the analysts say it's worth $8.17. So if you're short, this is good. 56% more to the downside, and then you should cover your short. So I would not be in this stock, sir. I never would have bought this. This thing is way overvalued. I get it. It's a big hype play, short play, and I blame a lot of you influencers on this shit, putting people in these stocks like this. And then running it up to absurd prices so that I get asked about this stock 50 fucking times a day that isn't worth shit. It's worth $8. So it's in an industry that's dying. Nobody goes to the movies, man. You know, I can't tell you to get in or out of this, man. I wouldn't have been in it, so it's hard for me to, you know, and I fuck around and tell you to get out. It rips tomorrow. Who knows? So I don't understand what moves this stock, so I'm not in it. Yeah, the price is absurd. If it was a growth stock and it was growing, then you can make a case for it trading, you know, an absurd level. But just saying you're going to take Dogecoin does not make you a growth stock. I know, that's weird. Call me weird, but just saying you're going to take Shiba for price of movie entrance, I don't really think makes you a high-tech company. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's high. I mean, you could trade the technicals, I mean, I guess on a stock like that, but that's just not how I trade. I don't just watch technicals. So it's hard for me to get behind it, man. It really is. That's the hardest part I have with crypto is it's hard to value them, man. What do you use for Hunter says, what website do you use for your charts and your analyst price targets? Gerald, could you just read your book to me so that I don't have to go through the trouble of actually reading it for myself? Just send me the Cliff Notes. Just make it free. Come to my house. Maybe read it to me when I'm tired so I can sleep easier. Let's see. TikTok has better stock tips. Okay, 17-year-old. Let's see. If you know what thing it is, DM me, because I can't sit and stare at it long enough until he shows at the top where it says stock charts. I'm very busy. Just notify me so I don't have to do any legwork whatsoever. Let's see. How'd you guys get through high school, man? Let's see. Most people in this chart would pay for Gerald to read them. Come on, man. I haven't gotten my link to download the book. You'll get it emailed to you, man. You better sit down and calm down. Send it to you when I feel like it. What? Let's see. Check out AN. Let's see. Auto Nation, huh? Oh, man, I don't know. Let's see. What do the analysts think? I do like the sector, though. I feel like we're a little late to this here, man. No. Got a little upside. Oh, man. Here's your problem, man. If that box is gonna break, dude, this stock's going down. So your next level is right in here and then down here. The RSI is still not extreme. You know, if this holds, then yeah, maybe you got something, and your upside is like 127. They got a 152 long term. Yeah, you could play it. Let's see. Let's see. No, I'm out of Zynga, man. It's over. Take the money and go. Why the hate, GP? GP, you're leading all just to have listen and apply. It's not called hate, sir. It's called sarcasm. Don't be so sensitive. And I'm being very kind to you right now of what I'd like to say when people respond like that. Let's see. Get over yourself. You're not that there. Oof. Down goes Lyft. Now, Lyft got some downgrades, so Lyft's coming back down into here, which I like Lyft, so I'm going to stay with it, sir. I like Lyft, man. I don't know why you guys don't like Lyft. LYFT. I think Lyft's a buyout, too. $67 profit on there. You got a few downgrades, though. 12 days ago, we had a downgrade. Oh, dude. Brent, what's his name? Thiel? Pretty good analyst, too. He downgraded it to $50. Now makes sense of this. It's at 39. He said it's only worth 50, and now it's going down. So that's kind of the way it works. Let's see. All right, let's see. I know, man. Let's turn off comments. We had to put them on restriction. I don't know what that's all about, man. You added to Lyft today? I think you're a little early there, Sam. This is stage one. Come on, man. You know you added on the day one of the sell-off. Like, that's like you adding over here. I mean, you can. I like the company, but money flow rules say it's coming down here. So that'll probably be your first spot. It's not even extreme yet. I think you jumped the gun, sir. I would have waited. That's why I didn't text it. I would have waited. Let's see. That's just me. It's picking up steam, it looks like, and I'm guessing Uber. I don't even need to log in, dude. This is brutal. Let's see. Uber. Ooh! There we go. Any news on SoFi? Yeah, it's going down. All your stocks are going down. Look, all the growth stocks are down like 6-7%. So that shouldn't confuse you with Lyft. The wind is to the downside. So if you go look at ARK, it's down, right? And then if we look at the QQQ, it's down. So that's just that pressure weighing on there. And where are interest rates? They're going up, right? Yep. See, it's coming down. So this is bonds. As this goes down, interest rates can increase. Cisco's dumping too. Let's see, Cisco. Oh, these are all dumping. I mean, Cisco needs to come down. That's stage 3, right? So stage 4 decline, you would not add to this until it gets way down here and starts to go sideways again. Not bad, man. We got us an ugly morning. Yeah, JR Sports Cards has my same thought process on Uber. I wouldn't buy here. I'd rather be a greedy bastard and buy it in that 36 range. Like, I anticipate it stopping here. Just let it come in. That may take a few weeks. This is probably going to be an ugly week, man. And we'll look to, let that box form like it did over here. It might go down. I mean, we might do this for the next 6 months. So that's, position trading. That's how it goes. BX, is that dumping too? Is there anything not dumping? God damn. Yeah, I would add to BX here. I can't add. It's my largest position. I have way too much money in this stock already. But I love this spot here. I mean, you can see where it's stopped here 2 or 3 times. So, nice spot, man. Starbucks, I mentioned, was on my list this week. It's going even lower. This is why we wait. Down, down, down. And you might say, well, this is a good day to buy. No, it ain't. Down. What about here? Nope. Nope. Why? We're waiting for it to go sideways. So I want to wait for at least what I believe to be the apex bottom. At a minimum, that's the RSI going extreme right there. Ideally, I want to look left, see some support, or have 4 days where it starts to go sideways. I'll jump the gun a little bit if I look left and there's support. That's just the way I like to do it. But I don't see support when I look left. Let's look on the weekly. Man. I don't know. I think what we have here is a purge. Man. That's what we have, man. No good news. I would wait. I nibble a little bit on CRM. That's all I've done today. I would not be buying, I don't see anything worth buying. That BX, I didn't mind that, but I don't know, man. I don't see anything out here. Not yet. Call to audible on GSSAM early for the money flow, but at support, they will make money with all the M&A. Okay, sir. I'm assuming you're new, so I'm not going to yell at you. I would not have done that. I have to comment on this because you posted the comment. Do not do what he did. That's fucking ridiculous. That's because you have no patience. That's too far a drop, man. This stock's going to take a while. I'd be shocked if it turned around and went up. Possible. But I don't know, man. This right here hasn't even turned. The momentum's to the downside. All it takes is Biden comes in and says something, that shit goes lower, and then lower, and then lower, and then lower. And then it starts to go sideways because what you're saying is true. And then it'll start building this little base here. And that, my friend, is the reason you bought the book. To buy it. You want to call an audible when the wind is up. The pressure is to the downside, sir. This is very important. The pressure in the stock market is to go lower. So if you look at the Dow, this could come way down here, man. Now, obviously, not that big a deal. It's a buy and hold. Not that big a deal. But I do like to teach as true to the process as I can. I would not have bought that. It is a 29 RSI, and there is a level over there. There is a level there. So I see that. But I don't know why you hate the MACD though, man, because the MACD is your friend. But for some reason, you don't like it. Now, if you go look at the stock, you see how far that is from that 20-day moving average? It's a long ways away. It can't go up without passing it. And I don't know, man. We'll see. Joe. Hey, GB, can you check GMTX? I'm waiting, but check tip ranks. GMTX. Is this a biotech? Because all biotechs show 8,000% higher. GMTX. Yeah, look, I was just joking, and look, 1,000% higher. They're smoking crack. Come on, man. Their targets are 1,000%, 1,100%, 900%. I mean, maybe. Wow. I'm guessing that's dependent upon a drug working, is what we're looking at there. Wow. What if it doesn't work? That's the problem. Let's see. CRM still holding. It's the only one I've nibbled at today. Yeah, that's Joe, do you have my book, The Money Flow? Let's see. Another reason though for the waiting part. Like if you look at this and you, let's say you would have showed me right here, you just said, hey, I'm gonna buy CRM. I would have said, don't do that. And yet I'm buying today, and what is it? Same price. It's literally the same price. What was the difference? Just process. You say, what do you mean? Well, I just have a rule that I need it to stop dropping and go sideways. And the reason is, I've just found that systematizes my buying and selling. And if I don't do that, then I don't have a system and I'm just fucking buying and selling. And I don't get where I'm tagging these stage ones. Even though that price ended up being the same. So it's not a foolproof, but I do like to try to teach it as pure as possible. Spot is going down. Oh, they're going down, man. Like, let's see. Is Spotify holding? Oh, no. That just broke support, man. So it broke support, and there's still 5 points left on the RSI. So, and if you look down, there's another spot just a little bit lower. So I would imagine this is going to 205. You see how I made that decision? Like, look, the RSI is not extreme. And we basically have broken support here, right? We broke the box. So that tells me, where's the next box? Well, I look over and see where was the last box. Well, right there, right? So I assume because there's room on the RSI and we broke support, we'll go to the next one. Price has memory. Same on the way up, right? So if we break out and run, where do I assume we're going to go? Well, probably right in there or right in here, right? Previous high. Well, you could call this too, I guess. But that's a little close. Yeah, that's funny, huh? So I'm in the yin. Yin, Y-I-N-N. What are we calling it? Yin yang. It's coming back. Still long. You could have added today, to be honest. The way that's come back, I might add a little because it's the same price as the breakout day. Here's our breakout day, right? And basically, we're at the same price. Look where it stopped too, man. Right on that previous high. But we need to get through that one. So the one we're playing for is $13. I like it. I'm in the trade. I think China is a good trade. Starbucks keep going, dude. Market's heating up, huh? $75. I don't know if it gets that low. It could. I owned it at 50, so. Anyway, man. Hope that helps. Let's see. Yeah, DS is one I've been nibbling on. I'd sure like to see that hold that $1.50 range. We're still in this box, so we'll see. Brutal, man. Brutal. If I can help, let me know. But I'm sure on that, Joe, you'll be fine. Fucking, those guys are the masters of the universe. Goldman Sachs, they got it all figured out. Between them and their Muppets. Muppets are what they call their customers. Muppets. Let's see. GP, how do you feel about IOVA? I didn't even look, but I bet I hate it. Let's see. IOVA. Biotherapeutics. Now, let me guess. They say it's worth 5,000% higher. Let's see. IOVA. Oh, man. That one's only 120% higher. So, I don't know. I don't know the company. Obviously, Tip Ranks likes it. I think they like all biotech stocks. I don't know anything about it, so. Stage one. Trying. We'll see. Love the accent. Who has an accent? Me? Michael Milton says late. Did not see a notification. Is Bitcoin still holding? We didn't even look at Bitcoin, did we? Let's see. Bitcoin. Bitcoin's still holding, but the moving averages are turning down. Yay. Oh, let's look at it. It's still holding. LEV. The Lion Electric Company. I don't know anything about this. Oh, it's got it on my research list. LEV. $22, baby. 130%. So we only got a couple analysts on it. It's on my research list. I like how it's holding this, and it didn't really drop today, man. I mean, a little bit, but not much. So that's a good sign that it may be bottomed. I put a star by that. We talked about Fubo yesterday, Palantir. All these are just getting smashed. So it's not our bottom yet, man. Holly Engine. Let's look at some cryptos. Yeah, we're right at support, right? I'm in Engine. I think I added the other day. Let's see. Yep, we're at support. This is a pretty strong support area. It was previous resistance before. So, and a previous target. So, we'll see. Bitcoin holds here. This should hold. I mean, this could be a double. I mean, it had ran to 450. So, part of the metaverse. It's a metaverse play, right? Engine, Sand, Mana, XRP, Cult in the house. Let's see. About to start reading Stan Weinstein's book today. Ooh, you're a brave, sir. Good book. Technical analysis and multiple time frames would be the one I would read after Stan's book. I've got about 4 or 5 of these books that really help me understand the different. They're not trading the money flow, but it was like how they use the MACD or how they look at moving averages or how they looked at this or that was what was able for me to put all this together the way I do. Engine to infinity. All right, Moon Boy. I was called Moon Boy yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I didn't realize that was an actual influencer. I'm sure CRO sitting right at support. Apparently Chris Johnson's got a big CRO trade on. Let's see. Nice. Yeah, same thing. Sitting right at support. And we'll see if these levels hold, man. It's right on the apex right there. Right on it. Right on it. Infinity Coin go together. I got you. He's buying loads. And AVAX. Same ecosystem or sector. Yeah, I'm sure most people know that. Maybe you don't. If you get into crypto, there are sectors in crypto just like there are sectors in the stock market. There's metaverse plays, there's video game plays, there's DeFi, there's, stuff people are using just for swaps and exchanges. And you should kind of understand what your coin is going to be used for as a way of, if you're getting into crypto. Try to understand what is the purpose of your coin. And see if it makes sense. And if it makes sense, that's about all we have to go on. I mean, other than hype. I mean, that's... Do you think XRP is a stage 1 on a daily? I will check. I'm not a big XRP fan. I would call that a stage 1, yes, sir. Yep. Pretty sideways. So was that, right? So we need a run. And I think, for trading it, we're looking for something up in there. Maybe you trim a little in here because it stopped there before twice, right? I don't know how short you're trading, but for me, I would be looking more up in here. I like it. Looks good. Looks good, man. I have no idea. How's Coke, huh? Which of these would you buy and hold versus a trade? I'd buy and hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Engine, and Mana. I mean, that's the ones I'm buying and holding. I'd be more than happy to trade all the rest of them on any rips, you know. I'll trim them on the rips and buy on the dips. But as far as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, I guess I should add Matic to that. I haven't sold any whenever it's ripped, so there's about 5 I would just hold, and the rest I'd probably be willing to take them off or trade around them. I haven't done much trading in crypto. I mean, I own a bunch for a year or so, but I just didn't feel like my size weighting. I just didn't want to bother doing it. But as my weighting has come up and I've put on more and more coins, I mean, going into our new rally, I will be trimming some of those altcoins if we get a rally. So hopefully so, man. All right, that's it. Market sucks today. That's all we got. It just sucks. Just wait for it to stop sucking, and then we'll buy these stage ones as they get there. Oil's still working. I don't know that you trim it. It keeps going up. If I was looking to buy something, I like CRM. I like to add to my bond trade here, TMF. But it broke the box, so I got to wait. I need it to come back into the box or form a new box. So I'm done there. I'd like to buy some ARK. I know. I read in the articles this week that it's going to zero. I don't believe that. Can't buy here for me. I need it to kind of go a little sideways. Right now, it's just fucking grinding down. Everything points down on ARK right now. Everything. Every single indicator. Price, MACD, histogram, stochastics. The only thing in its favor is the RSI is 28. So, yep. And Target. We like Target. And you might look at the retail ETF on that if you're going to do options, but I don't know that I'm buying options into a downtrending market. The wind is in your face, not at your back, right? So keep that in mind. Keep the idea of coming to New Orleans in February on your map. Like I said, I only got 8 spots. If you obviously, I don't know why you'd be on my live if you're not trading. So we're primarily focused on trading for that. But now when you say Meta, are you referring to Metamucil? He says, lend me your low floats is your only chance. Short sellers are your exit liquidity. Nobody even knows what you're babbling about, sir. I'm a Londoner too. All right, Holly. We like London. Some of my favorite people to make fun of come from London. I like London. Low float is your only chance. Short sellers are your exit liquidity. So I'm going to guess from that cryptic message of apocalyptic biblical string of financial words that you're saying buy low float stocks so that when the short sellers cover, price goes up. Is that what you're trying to say? That seems like a hard strategy to implement, sir. Crab apples, bodaciously bitter fruits. Got a lot of London in the house, huh? Tina says, what did you just mention about options in a downtrending market? Well, Tina, after I answer this, go buy my book. You have this thing called the wind. And the wind is the S&P 500. And the wind is just turned down. So that means the market is headed down. Look, straight down. So if the market is going down, why would you buy call options? It's going down. So the momentum right now is to the downside. So if you're trying to play it to the long side, your best bet would be shares because they're not going to expire. But the stock market, every indicator is pointing lower. It's probably going here, and then, that's likely where you're stopping because that's a previous zone of resistance, which is now support. And then the next level is down into here, 420. So I would not be messing with call options if that's what you're thinking. I know, John, I feel your pain on ATV. I was telling people to buy it. I was conversating with friends about it. I just never pulled the trigger and didn't text it. I even talked about it on the live here, that it was a blue cap stock, paid a dividend. It was trading below the 200. It was set up. It was breaking out. Everything was there, and I did not take the trade. That's something about the money flow. Is stock selection is part of that game. It's not the strategy. So let's take IBM. Here's another one, trading below the 200, pays a dividend. I didn't take the trade, and it went straight up. So what if one guy using the money flow buys this, and it goes straight up? The next guy trading the money flow buys Zynga, it goes up 40%. And then his third trade is he buys Activision, they go up. He would be like, Gerald, you're fucking like Jesus. I'm up 55% in 1 week using your strategy. And the next guy just went and bought a bunch of stocks that just went down. He bought DraftKings, Palantir, and another one. Both using the same strategy. One's up 50%, one's negative. And the guy who's negative is going to be like, the hell with this strategy. This ain't no good. And the guy over here is like, man, how did you come up with this? This is amazing. And they're both trading the same strategy. Think on that. Is the chart a bit blurry, sir? Does that bother you? Would you like me to unblurry it? Maybe put on your glasses. Maybe that would help. Maybe if you lean forward and stare at the screen a little closer, it'll be less blurry for you. Would that help you? You could borrow my glasses. Yes, exactly. Young Grasshopper. Reminds me a lot of the story in Trading in the Zone, which is a book that I recommend people read. We can both be trading the exact same strategy, and one guy do well and one do bad. This is why I try to, as best I can, teach people to be diversified. Like most of my growth stocks are being smashed right now, but my Exxon looks pretty good, right? And AT&T looks pretty good, right? But remember when that looked bad, right? So, it wasn't looking so good on the way down. Now it's looking pretty good. So you want to own different things. So if you own all biotechs or all growth plays, then you're going to be waiting for a minute. Like it's going to be a while before they turn. Might be a whole fucking year. We might go a year and a half. They just grind lower, come up a little bit, go back down, go lower until all of you are like, fuck this guy, fuck this trading, fuck stock market. I'm doing this. And then about the time that you do that is when it rips. That's been my experience. Anyway, man. Yep, Richard, beautiful. It's all right, Jay. I'm about ready to leave, man. All right, you guys be good. If you're interested in that New Orleans thing, I'm going to post the link on my story. I was letting the professor post on his in case, since he is my guest, to bring a couple people. So, and I'll leave it up for a minute. I won't overhype it, but we got 8 spots. That's it. I want to keep it small so I can actually talk, do some whiteboarding, teach people, do some shit. Like bring your computer if you want. My house is in the French Quarter is 200 years old. So don't take your fat fingers and rub them on the walls and stuff like that. Okay, you're gonna have to be on your best behavior. Now, unlimited. We're gonna have lots of drinks and bars and stuff. Drinks. I got a bar in the house, but it's small. It's like $450 a square foot to own property there. So it's like you're gonna be hanging out with the rich, just the tiny rich, because it's not that big. And then we'll go to Bourbon Street, do an after party after we learn stocks. So you can wear a costume too if you want. It's Mardi Gras season, so nobody cares what you look like. You could dress up. I'm working on a money flow pimp suit that has a hat, a whole suit, and a cane that lights up. It's pretty badass. I probably won't wear that though, but we're working on one. There's no stripper pole. It ain't going like that, bro. This is a rich neighborhood. It's expensive, man. So all my neighbors are like 70 and loaded. Yeah, property there's like 450 to 500 a square foot. It's fucking ridiculous. It's like Paris or something. The only thing higher maybe is like Brooklyn, or not Brooklyn, but Manhattan, which I think is up to like 1,000 a square foot or something right now. It's crazy, man. Yeah. So plus you can go see the city. That's fun. We'll only go like 3 hours each, probably 4. We'll shoot a thing for my YouTube channel, and you can probably be in it too. If you don't come if you're afraid you'll be recorded, because you will be recorded. Not talking, but camera passing by. So if you're like in the witness protection program or something, you might not want to do it. You know what I mean? So if we're just in case. Now, as far as stripper poles, about 4 blocks from the house, you can get all that you need. There's Rick's Cabaret. There's all kinds of them right over there on Bourbon Street. So, plenty to do on Bourbon Street, man. Anyway, I'll leave that up. Probably post it tomorrow. So, anyway, you guys be good.